Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Chris Berg. What did you say? It's 13?
On this balmy Wednesday.
13 degrees. Feels like 30. I walked out and I was like, maybe just because the wind has died down a little bit. Yeah, this looks like a gorgeous week for January in North Dakota.
And I think I saw sort of an extended forecast where we're not going to have any sub-zero temperatures for maybe the rest of January.
Well, you know, it's already the 22nd, so I was going to say.
Don't burst my bubble back
okay,
fast.
Yes.
The
rest of the whole rest of the month is looking good. Yeah, I don't. But
I mean, consider it's January. That's kind of a big feat.
I know. Well, you know, February can still be rough too, though. I don't want people to think that, you know, all of a sudden spring's going to arrive on February 1st or anything like that.
Gosh, it was one year though. Within the last few years, we had an early spring. I think it was March. It was like 60, 70 degrees. I was like, I can do this.
Would that be nice if that would happen this year?
When you're just going, oh.
Winter came too early this year too, again. So.
I was going to say, but we need a slow thaw.
Right.
Because all that snow, I don't want to have any floods. Nice and slow thaw, and then 70, and no wind, and we're good.
Okay, so who are we going to talk to make that happen? We'll just
the guy upstairs. Let's get this thing done, buddy.
Okay, we have a very important update to the story yesterday when we were talking about Saul Phillips, the old NDSU men's basketball coach. The quick recap, he was caught in really bad weather, ran into some other people in an even worse situation, stuck in a blizzard. They couldn't find, they didn't know where the road was. EMS couldn't hardly find them. A woman was having a baby, and Saul and Nicole were like, we don't know what happened. We hope it's a healthy baby. Yeah. Nicole posted on Facebook, good news. Good news, she said. They didn't name the baby Saul, which I was pulling for. But baby Hazel, she was born, you know, and really, Saul was there kind of helping them out in the middle of the storm, making sure, because as you mentioned too, when we were talking about the story, they English was not their, you know, first language, so there was some struggles there. But we have the update. Maybe Saul could be like, you know, the godfather or something, or like just call him the token uncle or something. But beautiful baby Hazel was born in a blizzard in South Dakota, and Saul was there to help comfort mom as she was.
Maybe they'll make Saul the middle name or fit
Hazel
Saul in there somewhere. Yeah, just to give Saul a shout out for his help. But it was such a great story. Again, if you haven't read the Facebook post, go to Valley News Live?
ValleyNewsLive.com. We have it on our Facebook page, or we have it on our website. And I don't know that the baby pictures have been added yet, but beautiful baby Hazel.
Yeah, and like you said, Nicole is such a great writer. Like, you read this thing and you're like, oh my God, oh my gosh, no way.
She's incredible. And she is a published professional author. And, of course, we just love her as well. We need to get her back on the show.
Yeah, we should get her on even just to kind of talk about her and Saul, like you said yesterday, get them on and share the story personally. Cordell.
Work on that. Put it on his list. Some other people who we absolutely adore. I feel like I'm borderline obsessed with the Lamoureux twins, Monique and Jocelyne. Of course, people know them as hockey stars. There they are, twins from Grand Forks, and Olympic gold medal winners as well. They have started their foundation. They got lots of stuff in the works. They're both brand new moms, and they're being featured today at the 1 Million Cups event. And actually, I think they're celebrating their 6th birthday, 1 Million Cups. So how cool that they got some big names happening today. And of course, Monique and Jocelyne are talking about their foundation. They say they're going to be working with groups that will support disadvantaged children through education and extracurricular activities. The foundation is actually just an extension of the Champions Hockey Camp for Girls and their personal work with promoting gender equality and internet access to low-income families. They're killing it. They're doing it all.
Is this the play? Was that the Oops, I Did It Again?
I Did It Again?
Remember we had the goalie in from the Fargo Force? Because isn't the coach their brother?
Yep.
So I was like, hey, dude, do you think you could stop the Oops, I Did It Again? He looked at me like, wait, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, Coach Lamoureux, Pierre Lamoureux, was like, they probably don't.
Yeah, they probably don't know that one.
Poor kid is he's young, and I don't. But he would think if your coach is Coach Lamoureux and his sisters are Olympic gold medal winners, you would think, but.
So I think 1 Million Cups is taking place today. So after the show, if you want to go, Greg Tavine kind of runs that thing. He does an incredible job, and they just always do a great job of networking and cool speakers. And I think they do kind of quasi TED Talk type of thing. So if you want to go check it out after North Dakota Today, it'll be well worth your time.
This is also one of those sports stories that everyone's talking about today. We should have, how do you think Saul Phillips would have handled this? or the current coach, Dave Richmond? I don't think that they would like this. Big game between rivals Kansas and Kansas State. Basketball ended in a brawl. I always find it weird too when you think football would be where they'd be aggressive, right? Apparently, well, this is the video, but apparently it was sparked when a ball was swiped from a Jayhawks player, Silvio De Sousa. He then blocked a layup and stood over his Wildcats opponent. So my guess when I read that is that it was a little taunting, like the benches quickly got involved, throwing punches. We were talking about this earlier, and I don't know which video you could see one of them grabbed a stool. I don't think the stool was actually thrown, and I haven't heard anything about anyone getting, but these are some big boys, and there were some swings there, right?
Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned, because you would most presume it would be football, but the thing in football is you got a helmet on, all the gear, wearing hoops. I mean, look at you got nothing to protect you, so I'm kind of surprised that not more guys in hoops start going at it. But what I want to know, because obviously now, even in the off season, every single day they're going to work out, the football guys, is what's Coach Kleiman going to say today to his team? Hey, we don't do that here. And even though I know it's different teams, I understand that, but that's the conversation around campus, and it'll be interesting to see how Coach Kleiman would address that today in the weight room.
Well, and like when we're talking about the rival teams, and there's all this like talk and trash talk leading up to, because it wasn't just the one taunting, whatever. It wasn't the one play that just happened to be the straw.
Right.
That broke the camel's back. But, I don't like to see that. I think I need to be this person, but I feel like, what if my kids were at that game? That's just not what you want to see,
And how's the NCAA going to handle it? How are the coaches going to handle it? Are they
There's going to be fallout for sure.
Exactly. Take these guys out for 1 game, 10 games. I mean, who knows? But
that's for the ice. That's for a hockey game. They don't fight as much as they used to in junior hockey, but still, you just don't think you'd see it in a basketball game.
No.
Keep it for the hockey game. Okay, Chris, you've been talking. We want to go to Miami. We want the station to pay for us to go to Miami. But in case that doesn't happen, in case the boss doesn't come through, you can just buy tickets for the 2 of us.
That would be fantastic. Okay? The way you said Miami, do you remember the good Will Smith Miami song?
Welcome to Miami.
Welcome to, that's what we need playing every day till February 2nd. So the tickets, apparently, this is probably like couch cash for Boudreaux, but now for Super Bowl 54, the least expensive ticket, about $4,400. The most expensive ticket, I think Cordell said this morning, was around 24 G's. No, 24 grand. For
You're like, wait, no, that doesn't sound right. For one ticket?
More expensive. Speaking of couch cash, not to change topics, but I will. Did you hear the story about the dude that found 43 grand in a couch that he bought and gave it back?
And he gave it back.
That was awesome.
What was it? A secondhand store he bought?
A secondhand. I don't know all the details.
What kind of cash in their? I find like goldfish in my. That's all. There's no money in my couch at all.
Are you really asking who puts cash in their couch?
Who puts?
Have you seen Breaking Bad or?
That's where criminals. I guess once I start my drug dealing ways, then I'll know where to keep my cash. No, I can't believe that. And to return it. I mostly read about that because everyone's like, I would not return that money. I find $1 in my pocket, that I forgot, and I feel like I hit the jackpot. $1. I'm heading to the vending machine.
The thing I want to know is what, unless he was maybe going to read, upholster the couch, what makes, because I never dig in couch cushions. Do you? I mean.
And think about if you bought that at a secondhand store, should you really be sticking your hand down in there?
Maybe you need to make sure, hey, everything's, kosher and cool with this couch, but I can't imagine zipping this thing open. You're like, God, this thing feels kind of strange, and you zip it open.
Don't you sleep on a bed of cash anyway? So you're probably, it wouldn't feel weird to you.
It rains money in my bedroom. I just have this button next to my thing, and it just goes, shh. It is.
Right.
I have Benjamins.
That's what I've heard. So.
I wake up to some Big E and Tupac, and it's all about the Benjamins. More money, more problems.
Oh, $40,000. I'd like $40,000. Oh, and talking about the Super Bowl, do you think it'll go into overtime? I hope it does, only for this reason. Buffalo Wild Wings has a side bet with all football fans this year that the Super Bowl will not go into overtime. But if it does, they're going to give free wings to everyone in the U.S. and Canada. I like that idea.
Everyone?
Everyone. I mean, it's probably, I didn't read all the details, like maybe it's 3 wings, but yeah, it's one of those. I think the World Series, different places like Taco Bell, Taco John's, they do things like that too. If someone steals a base, you get a free taco.
That's, yeah. Then you come in, you know you're not going to eat 3 wings. You're going to order something else and a beer. And
For sure.
yeah.
First time I've ever agreed with you. You're right. We're never going to just eat 3 wings. Stay with us. Coming up on today's show, it's not quite as cold today as it's been in recent memory. It has us thinking about spring, especially Chris. He's ready to get rid of the sweaters and transition into our spring clothing. And one of our favorite guests from Mainstream Boutique is here to talk about what she has for you in the store.